Just gonna double check audio is all good. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to BRL Season 13, Round 4 here in Hungary. We've got 15 drivers here at the minute. We should have 16. I believe Budget Bruce is driver. We will be having joined mid-quality session. But yeah, a bit of a drop in numbers this week. But at least the good thing is here, a load of people checked out. And at least that tells me next week chance to get that much higher numbers in these grids. Anyway, though, that is not the thing we should be focusing on at the minute. We should be focusing on the laps that are at hand right now. We're going to see the very first one being pulled off here by G. Benny in the Suzuka Haska. Actually, he's got the I believe the cherry blossoms all over it. But yeah, we're going to start and actually run aboard with a lap for G. Benny here. Into turn one here, you probably want to go about second gear, maybe third if you're not too comfortable on the traction. G. Benny looked all right there, and there's an immediate DRS zone right down here through turn two. And now into turn three, you probably want to go third, quickly up ship to fourth here once again. Just a little bit of rotation really helps you. G. Benny also sit in third there. Now it's completely flat. Rest sector one. Use most of the battery down here. You'll not have much more of a chance to use it in terms of overtake. Let's see now, really quick left-hander there into six, and now seven, I believe, in turns. I might be wrong, but yeah, definitely thinking about that. But yeah, here now, tight chicane ruins all of the take of this track. However, yeah, it gets even worse. You're going to see a lot of chicanes here. Absolutely kills the tyres. Not going to be too surprised here if we do see some two stops here. Tyre wear is probably going to be awful around this track, even on some hard tyres. I'm expecting to see some people box earlier than they should be. Anyway, though, that's sector two complete. Obviously, purple, because he's the first person to go through this sector. Looks pretty neat and tidy there, sector three. Actually, quite a load of elevation changes, all considered. But Hungary looks to be a decent track here for G. Benny so far. A little bit hesitant to the last corner. Third, fourth, up to fifth, using that DRS, and the rest of his battery to the line. 70.3, not too bad from G. Benny. Big issue here again, though, is the fact that it's not showing me anything on the top of the screen whether someone goes fastest up. So, for example, Rhea Harris going to come from line now. He'll go fastest. There's nothing at the top which tells me, though, that he is going to go fastest, which is a bit annoying. So I can't really track laps. So, yeah, there you go. For example, Micha Capo wasn't fully paying attention. He's just gone third. Hazard there goes fourth. First few people come across the line. Kanon goes fourth. Henson up into second. Decent enough for him. Obviously, last time out, he didn't have the greatest qualifying session. So, yeah, not too bad from him. And one of the new people here, Abdu. I'm going to call him Abdu Bila. I'm not too sure how to say your name, mate, but I'm going to say Abdu. I'd say that's close enough. But, yeah, currently he's up P7 a minute. Ahead of Hazard right now. Let's see who else is currently on laps with it. Jerry South. Looks like he's going to complete the lap here. We also saw Budget Bruce joining at some point there. And we'll probably see him in a car in a minute. Jeremy Sapdo goes up to third place. Pablo holding a really nice pole time though in a minute. I didn't even see him come across the line. This is the problem. I don't see these laps come across sometimes, which is really annoying. However, we're still trying to see if everybody coming across the line now. Aiden here, he's to be the next one to do so. Looks a little bit snappy out of that final corner, but let's see where he goes. P4. So the Ferrari turnaround here is definitely real. That is some insane difference in pace here. But yeah, right now, let's see who is going to be coming on to a new lap now. No, both these guys have invalidated their lap. So I believe Rose will be the first driver to go for another lap again. I don't believe anyone here will be doing 2 laps in a row. I think the tyre wear is just that bit too high. But we'll keep on board with Rose for now on the off-board camera. Let's see how he does to the first few turns. It's pretty easy to lock up here and definitely ruin your entry to turn one. Looks pretty smooth there for Rose. He opts in third gear. I think that's pretty fair enough because DRS afterwards, if you activate too soon, you're going to lose a lot of that rear end grip that you should be having. But yeah, he goes fourth gear, doesn't even try and opt to third, which I guess also makes sense. Distraction here is pretty hard to try and do. And look, he's using all the battery initially, and that is, I think, what you should be doing. You're not going to have any chances to use it down some of these straights. Looks like some really nice rotation, though, at the minute. Rose looking pretty good on the curves so far. Let's see how he handles the chicane. Will he jump over it fully? No, just using the space to the first. Puts the second one a little bit, but that's not too bad. Pretty nice rotation here, still fifth gear. Could probably go down to fourth. No, actually stays in fifth for now. Has a leave session, so we'll invite him back after this lap. But yeah, looks pretty nice. Flat out there as well through the last corner of the second section. Let's see now here. Fourth gear. Really interesting stuff in Rose, but it does tell me he can put that power on just that little bit earlier with those higher gears. Let's see what he's going to do now coming through these last two corners. Surely sixth and fourth here. Yes, he will. Hugs that inside line now, and let's see what he does. Goes to the outside, drives to the line. That's a second. My goodness. Okay. That is a lot further than I thought he'd be ahead there. Wow, wow, wow. Blackburn off the track there. Exotic Source also setting a lap while he does that. Baloo's going to come across the line. Where's he going to go? He goes up to second. This VCARB team is doing wonders at the minute. Let's get Hazard back in. Oh, he's just joined as soon as I invited him. Oh, well. Not sure what's going on there. But, yeah. Anyway, 14. Yeah, 14s is an insane one for Hungary here. Like, a lap in the 14s is a banker lap, no less. Like, this is like near crazy. It's a fully dry track as well. Rose has just got it hooked up from the first lap here, and if no one stops him in this race, then, well, I think we might already know who the winner's going to be. Anyway, Exotic Source coming across the line now. What's the sound going to be? It's not great, in all honesty. Only P11 for Exotic, but at least his teammate there is P9, so he's not having the worst outing for his team. Oh my goodness me, what a slide there from Budget Bruce. He's basically sideways while we're cutting onto him, so this is the first lap. He's still going, interestingly enough, but I think he really just wants a lap on the board. That is incredibly sketchy, but he's managed to make it work. But yeah, I think the standout people in the minute here, the VCARB boys. I did not expect them to this far up at all. Pablos has really upped his game in his past few races, honestly. And Baloo, I mean, wow. I mean, he's honestly been pretty much a star of this season. We knew he was quite quick, but he has been consistently up there. And that is, yeah, what's going to make this team, I think, one of the best in the league. And we're going to see how well they can catch, because currently they lead the Constructors' Championship by only 2 points, though, to Sauber. Ria Harris is here to try and stop that one. And Rose in the Mercedes obviously trying to do his best, along with Caleb here, actually, who is in P10. So they'll really try and score his points to try and get them out of P3. But it's very close. Only 3 points separating the top three. We'll have to see what happens going after Hungary. But yeah, Ferrari there in a bit of a distant fourth. However, they're still ahead of everybody else in the table. Ferrari on 55 points, Red Bull on 52. So they've got to watch out a little bit. But only one Red Bull here, Blackbone, who's not looking like to have a very great session so far. Pablos looks to be getting blocked a little bit there from the Williams. I don't know who that was. I think it was Budget Bruce. So definitely a bit of dirty air into that corner. May not affect him a crazy amount, but we'll have to wait and see what his second sector's like. Anyway, though, while I was saying that, Haas a little bit further down as well with 38 points. Believe G. Benny, yeah, carrying the team to weight today. And up in P8, not too bad. Pablos, so if he was going to get affected by that dirty air, I don't think he has been. 2 tenths up. Definitely put him ahead of his teammate right now, but yeah, this will be quite a way off Rose, which is just a stunning time. I still can't believe he's in the 14s there, but yeah. Anyway, McLaren is P7 just behind Haas there. Let's see where Pablos goes. Is it a monstrous last sector? It's pretty much on par with what he did last time, and he's on the front row. So I don't think he really did much more than that, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, who else got across the line now? Not G. Benny. Is that the, probably Jerry Saff across the line? I think he just improved, yeah, by a couple hundredths, but not enough to improve his position at the minute. Mujakapo's starting a lap. His teammate is off one. Kano, I think, is going to come across the line to start another lap, I believe. But yeah, just want to talk about that, though. Let's finish on the rest of constructors. McLaren P7, 36 points. They have Pius here, so he's definitely going to need to try and carry them one, a little bit higher up if they can. Williams in P8, Alpine in P9, and Aston Martin still last in the constructors. Their best finish is only P8, but Alpine, they've got the lowest, I guess. But wow, hold on a minute. Paez here up to P2. I did not expect that whatsoever. I didn't really have a lap from him to compare to, but that is a brilliant lap actually there from Paez as well. We saw him in round one, and we was actually quite quick. But yeah, once again, pretty quick lap once again from some of these guys. I believe there was, Abdu as well. Newcomer here going P7, so not too bad at all from him as well. Good lord, that's Hungarian, but I've got no idea what the hell that's meant to say, mate. So unfortunately for me and you, I cannot understand what the hell you're saying. So yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy to see quite actually a few Hungary people here because I mean, I think we've got. I'm actually not too sure how many Hungarians have got on the grid here. Let me just double check. So we have Balu, I believe, who is a Hungarian, actually 6.5 tenths up here. Let me just watch this. Hold on a minute. Balu actually could challenge here for this pole position. Let's have a quick look as he's going to come across the line, but he's 6 minutes left. Let's see, will the, I believe, Hungarian slap it on pole position, or at least provisional pole? It's close, but he's on the front row at the minute. Not too bad from him. You also have G. Benny and Blackbone, another one who is a Hungarian there. Well, he's not Blackbone, having a big slide through that section. It says a purple second sector. Not 100% sure if it's true, but, we'll keep believing in it. Let's see who else. Oh, well, not Pablos. We don't see Pablos going to come across the line there. That was a bit of a spin for him, unfortunately. Who else will come across the line soon? Not any of these guys. We'll look at Blackbone. Come across the last corner now. Let's see what he does. Nice, let's go P5 as well. Few hundreds away from Pablos as well. So one more lap in it. He could be on the second row. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Abdu there. Actually going for it. Is this another lap on the used set of tyres? It is another lap on the used set of tyres with Pablos there. Also, it's on a used set. That's why he probably lacked a bit of grip on the lap he was doing. Who else is going in a minute? Musha Capo trying to improve here. 10.5 up. He's not going into the pits, which tells me he is up on his time, or at least very close. Let's have a look now. Coming across the line here. He was up on his time, goes ahead of G. Benny, so he at least got something to push him up the field there. Kadon looks 7 tenths up, but he's cut that chicane a little bit too much. Going to be a little bit frustrated with himself there. And does half ruin this section of the track and half swings around. Yeah, not a great one there for Kadon. 7 tenths up would have definitely put him about P11, depending on how much he improved in actually in the last sector. Could have been P10 as well, but yeah, unfortunately for him, he's only getting a lap done in the end. Let's see what Exotic's doing. Coming across this end of first sector, it's a temp up as well. Budget Bruce also going on a lap at the minute. G. Benny on a lap behind too. Got to make sure these people actually do get out of the way though. G. Benny 3.5 tenths up, maybe just a tiny bit wide, and yeah, it is. He is validating his lap as well. Let's see who else can come across the line, I think, first. Budget Bruce will be the one to do so. Then it will be Mucho Capo, I believe. Oh no, Exotic Swords will be the one next. But anyway, let's see. Budget Bruce come across the line. What is his time going to be? We're not going to expect him to challenge a pole, but will he challenge all of those spots? He goes P13, so definitely improvement. So good for him. Exotic Swords and Mucho Capo trying their best to go and do some better laps. I think Mucho Capo actually backed off of his lap if he was on one. Not sure if he was. But anyway, Exotic Swords comes to the line now. Slots in next to his teammates, so it could be worse for him there. But yeah, Mucho Capo in the pits. Only 4 minutes left now, so yeah, definitely some crunch time for these laps. Is Budget Bruce going for another lap here, or is he just pushing to get back to the pit lane? He looks like to be pushing to get back to the pit lane there. Yeah, the light's on for his fuel. He's probably not got much fuel left anyway. But yeah, let's see now who is now going on another lap. I think Rhea Harris will be the person to watch right now. He's not really got the best of Rose, nobody's got the best of Rose as of qualifying here. 3 poles in a row and 3 wins in a row for Rose, which does make sense, I mean, considering the gap that he's got in some of these qualifying sessions. But Rhea Harris absolutely wringing a neck of that Sauber so far. Gets a bit of a tank sapper though on that curb there. The McLaren, I believe, Paez gets out of the way, immediately sends over those 2 curves. That looked really nice to swoop there. It definitely looks on the ragged edge, but still looks smooth. It's definitely pushing Rhea Harris to a bit of his limit here. Let's see now. Very little battery left to work with in Sector 3, but that's what you want. It tells you that you've used as much as you can in those first 2 sectors. He's purple in the middle sector. Let's see what the rest of the stuff's going to be for him. 4 tenths up. He's simply going to put him on the second row if he keeps this going. Would he be able to maybe end up in P3 though? Let's see. What is his time going to be come across the line? He's not going to pit, so it's definitely not going to be any more laps here for Rhea Harris. So let's see if he can up 1 more lap. Let's see what the time is for him. He goes 4th. He's not going to be in P3, unfortunately for him. But Pyatt is actually behind him now. He's going to be starting a lap 2. Let's see, Rio Harris can get out of the way. He's going to be a bit careful. He goes to turn 1. Pyatt just managed to spot the braking zone there. Let's see what he's going to do here throughout this lap. I think has actually. He's also on another lap. And he's just going to come out the final corner. So I think this will be his last lap 2. Let's see where he goes. Goes ahead and Caleb. So he's not last at the minute. At least there's some props for that one there. But Hazard, unless you've got any more fuel on board, that'll be his last lap that he does this session. Highest 2/10 up here though, keeps that going, and he's definitely going to be on track in that front row, maybe pole position as well, we don't know. Rose also actually came out for a final lap, and we're seeing it with Paez. He's not going to have it unless he quickly saves some fuel immediately. Goes again. Those going to be a bit warm tyres, a bit, at least they're warmed up, but they are definitely going to be a bit warm there. Ria Harris as well, actually, his fuel light is not blinking. Blinking? Jesus, I can't speak today. But yeah, Ria Harris's fuel light is not blinking. Paez's fuel light is not blinking. Both of them will have a chance to go again at least. Pablos is the one going again as well. Right now, Abdul is going again. I'm not going to say Abdul. I'm trying to remember all these people's names at once. Which Capo's going again. Hazard, he's got his fuel light blinking. That is him over. Kadam is invalidated. I think that'll be his times over as well, unless he's got any more fuel on board in that car. Let's see what Pi is going to do. At least starting this up, obviously not doing too bad a minute there. Up in, P3. My brain was just short-circuiting there. Anyway, let's see what Pablo's actually doing. No, he is definitely, I was to say definitely pushing, but he is having to back off as well. Samuel up actually realising that he's got to have to do something else in this lap. Aiden Miles on track as well. Not sure, but he's going to try and maybe give. No, I've got no idea. I was going to maybe try and give his teammate a tow or something, but no, that's not happening. Let's see Kane across the line. He's going to start another lap. Who else is going to come across the line soon? I might honestly miss some of these because it doesn't tell me when people are going to finish their laps. Ria Harris about 10th up. Hires a little bit up as well, I believe. Rose half a 10th up as well. He is going even faster out there. Let's see who else going. Ria Harris. He's not going quicker anymore. He is about his lap. Completely valid reaction. Anyway, Blackbone, I think, he's starting his lap as well. Jerry Southview 10th up. Abdul, I think, has finished this lap there. He goes P8. Hence trying to improve on his lap to try and stop him from going that high up. Mucha Capo has finished this lap. He's only P11. Let's see now who else come across the line first. I think it's Piers be first. Ria Harris tries for a session, obviously. We saw him crash. Let's see what Piers does now across the line. Will it be enough for that front row spot? It's not enough for that front row spot. Baloo coming across the line. Is it enough for pole? No, it's not. Baloo has not been able to take pole. Pablos as well, out of the session. I'm cutting to all these at the perfect time. Rose across the line. This is going to be pole. Isn't it an improvement? It is an improvement. And 10.5 up once again. Artenson across the line. He goes P7. But yeah, Rose looks to be on pole here, unless anyone else can pull out a superhuman lap at the very end. Exotic Swords out as well. Jerry Sapp jumps on the P4. Lovely lap from him. Abdu also out of the session. Everyone's coming to an absolute halt in these last few seconds of qualifying. I've gone on to see 3 people just deck it in the wall, I believe. Anyway, Aiden across the line goes ahead of his teammate Henson. I think I was watching Bruce across the line. He couldn't do anything more. Is anybody else still on laps? Muchakapa, maybe Blackbone as well. Blackbone's backed out of it. I think Muchakapa has as well. Yeah, he's gone slow. Blackbone does it as well. Does a little spin just to make it even prettier. And let's see Muchakapa, will he bid against the wall as well? Come on, mate, we're all waiting for it. No, he slows across the line, and that will be qualifying done and dusted. Rose, as we said quite a while ago, and as we said, each race this season is on pole. His 4th consecutive pole in a row this season. It might be even more, actually, considering what maybe season 12 had. Let me have a look. Actually, let me just double check. Actually, I don't know if I can. I don't know. Right, anyway, let's quickly run through the grid anyway, though. Rose on pole, Baloo, the Hungarian, on the front row here for his own race. Paez in P3. Jerry Saff, lovely up at the end to break out P4, and Ria Harris in P5. Pablos in P6, Blackburn P7, another one in their home race. Aiden and R. Henson, P8 and P9. Abdu rounds out the top 10. Mucha Capo in P11, Exotic Source P12. G. Benny P13, Budget Bruce P14, Hazard P15, and Kadon P16, which rounds off our field. Exotic Souls just told us to run a preset setup. Unlucky for him, but he's not done the worst in the field, so he's got at least that to show for himself. Yeah, bit rough anyway. Well, let's see what this race is going to look like now. I don't know if there's going to be any rain um, for this race. We're just going to have a quick wait here. We'll just quickly give you the grid just while I give you 1 minute. Right, and let's have a quick look at the strategies here. It's likely going to be a two-stop race unless some people can eke out that one stop. But yeah, tyres here. It's going to be pretty hard to overtake. But the two-stop here, I think, is just going to absolutely overwhelm most of these people here, I think, at least trying the one-stop. The tyres wear out so quickly here, and even if you are going to manage your tyres, you will be quite slow, and it will be quite hard to fend off these people. But yeah, once again, it comes to the benefit of only doing one less stop. But right now, let's see what this race goes give us. 35 laps here around the Hungary ring. Rosé on pole, Baloo alongside. It's lights out, and we're on the way. Rosé gets a good start, but Pius gets a much better one there than Baloo. He is already ahead there, going towards turn one now. Let's see, is Pius going to be able to do anything? Baloo back on the inside. A load of cars trying to make sure they go through this turn one unscathed. Let's see, there's contact between a few people there, and it's 3 wide going towards turn 3. Rosé is pretty safe in the lead there now. We can see Blackbone in the middle, a load of people. That's contact between, I think, him and Abdullah. Blackbone, and a load of people around there. Hazard, Blackbone, Aiden too. Gee, Benny may well be involved in that one, but Abdu definitely was in there as well. Henson, a little bit of a gap here already to Rhea Harris, so I think he's actually dropped the place off the start there. I think Jerry Saf, no, definitely not Jerry Saf, but maybe Rhea Harris has definitely dropped the place, right, I can remember. Henson been a bit of a gainer on that start as well. Head of his teammate, obviously, who've been definitely took out a little bit. Let's see the position changes. Budget Bruce, my goodness me, we've seen this a few times from him. He's up 6 places. Kano up 5 as well. Making sure he'd avoid the mess at the very back of the field. But these guys are going to have an awful race from here. They're just going to have to somehow make something work. And at the minute, Rosé trying to check out already. Abdu gets 3-second penalty already in this race. So definitely were some issues with him initially. Most people on medium tyres. Abdu on that broken wing. Has to make sure he turns to the pit lane. Was very close there. But he has to replay that wing. And unfortunately, not the debut that he would have wanted in this server here. And let's see now any moves being made. In a minute, Rhea Harris barges Jeremy Saf on track. So a decent start for Jeremy Saf. He's losing a few places here on those hard tyres. See, so Head's going to try and go running outside. He goes to the outside here, tries to find a grip. There's not much grip. You see his Ferrari sliding around there. He's going to try and maybe get on the battery here. No, he's not. There's only a move made here up towards turn 6. And yeah, right now, Jerry Saf holding his own, at least mostly, as Rhea Harris trying to get back into that DRS range. Abdu wants those hard tyres as well, which makes perfect sense. Let's see now, Jerry Saf, though, losing 2 positions off that start. Abdul's actually gaining 2 positions as well. Not exactly sure how he did it, though. Obviously, Jerry Saf may not have had the best start, but yeah, crazy stuff. Cross race strategies, they say a one-stop can work here, medium to hard, but also two-stop is completely viable. But yeah, I think right now, I want to say a two-stop. He's going to be pretty nailed down for some people unless they can manage his hard tyres well in that second stint. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's a pretty short pit lane as well, I believe. So yeah, you never know what might happen here. Rosé, though, 8 tenths clear currently. He is managing a gap out in front. Baloo almost out of DRS there, but just gets it towards that first turn. So he's at least going to get some sort of benefit here down the straight. Henson is going to get a benefit here down the straight. On Jeremy Sam, he's going to try and make a move. He is going to go for the move on the inside. Where is Jeremy Sam? Trying to set up a switchback. It's going to be close to the pair. Henson, I think he's going to have DRS again. He's got the overwhelming battery. He's got the overwhelming tyre grip, and he's got the place on the Alpine there. Jeremy Saf down to P7 now. Yellow flag a little bit further back there. Kanon, after a decent start, has ruined it. I don't know if he's got any damage on his car, but he is down and out for the minute. P15 for him, and last in the running pack, who has not stopped yet. Right now, though, looks like it's going to be a bit of a train already. We've obviously seen our hence Jeremy Saf fighting. Rhea Harris just managed to keep up with the top 4 at the minute, but obviously that's took a lot of battery after overtaking Jeremy Saf, and also has taken probably a lot of tyre wear out of his tyres. And yeah, he's only just getting close to that DRS barrier. He's not got the battery of any of these guys in the top 4. So Rhea Harris has done his best to keep the DRS, but that is really what you got to do. The DRS is just free lap time in this track, and even with a little bit less battery, he might as well take it here. He knows he can recover some of it down the straight, and then just take more battery to use throughout the rest of the lap. But anyway, Pius going to go defensive. Pablos, he's going to go for the move on the inside. Let's see. Is Pius just going to be able to make it work? He leaves space on the outside. Pablos on the inside now is going to switch to the outside here towards turn 3. Pius got a pretty good exit. Pablos around the outside. It's very close to the pair of them. Pius holds his line. Pablos gets an overwhelming line there, and he's going to be up into P3. Lovely move there from Pablos. Pius has to sit back, unfortunately, but that's what Bria Harrison, he needs sort of saving a bit of battery here as he goes a bit wide. It's definitely going to hurt now with dirty air. It's the first time he's really fully got a face for it in this race, and now he just needs to sort of sit back here, harvest the battery. As long as he can take that tyres towards them, he'll be all okay. And right now, actually, Henson struggling too here. I'm not too sure if this is just pace or maybe he's got any sort of damage on that first lap. So I think he was involved in quite a bit of the action in turn 3. I don't see any damage on that Ferrari. I don't think we ever did see any damage, but he's gone very, very, very interesting line there through the end of sector 2. Definitely having a bit of a snap. But right now, following a bit of a train here, as long as he's got the wings to go and deal with the straight line speed that is aided with DRS here by Jeremy Sapp. Let's have a look. A lot of dirty air coming out its final corner. Stuck with him mostly, though. Let's see. Will Jeremy Sapp turn the battery? He will. Henson the same. He's going to go really defensive. Switch back to that racing line. Jeremy Sapp on the inside. Does he have the braking power to stop? It's going to be a Budget Bruce trying to move there as well in the background. Gets it all crossed up. Mucha Capo does on the exit there too. And we're seeing now Henson and Jeremy Sapp really close together now. I think Jeremy Sapp's so close to hitting the back of that Ferrari, but they just get away with it. I don't know how close that was, but that would have been millimetres on that camera angle. Meanwhile, though, as we cut away from these guys, P3 to P5 still sat pretty tightly together here. Pablos dropping off a little bit from his teammate Baloo in P2, but Rose out in front once again. He's got pretty much the same battery, pretty much the same tyres. I think it's already wrapped up here. Unless once again something goes wrong. Nothing's really a given here, but just judging by that form, Rose, I think, has got just some great speed at the minute to go and do another race win. It'll be 4 in a row for the Mercedes driver. Let's see, though, a little bit further down the back of the field, we're going to cut away from the top 3 here. Actually, we might not cut away from the top 3 here. We'll definitely cut away from the top 2. But, the top 3, we might be seeing something here, Pablos and Pius, both of them are going to have a little bit of fight down this turn 1 here. At least sector 1 gives us some great chance for some racing. Let's see now, Pius going to try and go on the outside here. Pablos moves to defend in the middle of the track. Nice stuff from Pablos. Parks the car well. Pius gets on the DRS too early, and as such, burns those rear tyres up. And it's got no chance of trying to take Pablos down towards turn 3. Jeremy Sapp also has got no chance to take Henson down to turn 3 there. Looks a little bit careful there, though. Budget Bruce also sliding out a little bit on the medium tyres. The tyre wear is probably already affecting these guys. I'm not really too surprised if it is. I'd want to say they're near about 30-40% by this point, especially from what I was seeing from some people. But, maybe there's some good management out there as well. I don't know. These guys maybe only be on about 20% tyres, and that's it. The game did recommend a one-stop, obviously. It's one of the best strategies to use, so we'll have to wait and see about that one. But anyway, we'll also come back to these guys out in front. Paez might try and go for the move here on Pablos. He's going to have to just eke a little bit more of a gap towards him through this sector 3. His rear tyre's not like it, though. That big burnout that he did on that second DRS straight is not really helping him too much right now. Chance for that podium. Let's see what he's going to do here throughout his first sector. He's going to be very calm on the throttle. He does so nicely. Let's see, has he got the battery to go and do this? Pablos, he's running out of battery in all fairness. Paez might think now, time to make a move. It's going to be close to contact, in fact, as well. There is a damage to McLaren, but that was close. He's learned his lesson this time. Got a little bit more careful here. It's Jeremy Saff on the inside by Henson. Does that one well. There's a Ferrari trying to make a move here. Yashin's trying to block him. Exotic Source, Mission Capo doing their best. Mission Capo gets a really bad exit. Aiden has to back out of it too. So pretty messy stuff, but overall, the Aston's gained the most from there. And let's see now, Rhea Harris wide again. That might be a second warning for him. He's got to be careful if that is actually a second warning. He's only got one more to play with until that 3-second penalty comes round, and he's still got about 28 laps left of this race. It's a long race, this one, in all honesty. Lap times are quite short, but the lap counter is very long, even in 50% races. That is why it's a pretty demanding track, even on just a game, really. I mean, in real life, obviously, it's very demanding, but yeah, this game will still be pretty bad for some of these drivers. Anyway, though, let's see now what everybody else is doing across this track. Players trying to find these different lines here. Rio Harris trying his best to catch up a little bit as well. Slightly shot rear tyres there too, as he's going to go round this section of track. Let's see now Paez. He's going to turn the battery. He's got a lot saved up, but so does Pablos. Let's see. Will Paez attempt to make the move here? Down towards someone. It's got to be ascended. It has to be. He thinks about it, but he can't do anything else with it. A little bit of a lock-up there. I believe with Pablos ahead too. Let's see. Will Paez try to make any moves to turn 3? Actually, we can't look at that for a minute. Budget Bruce past our Henson. Henson, since being overtaken by Jeremy Saff, trying to get out of trade, has been dropping a bit like a stone here. A Budget Bruce clean past him here towards turn 3. But right now, he's still holding P8, and the Ferraris aren't doing too bad there. But Richard Capo is right on the tail now of Aiden here. Obviously, Aiden, I think, actually did just get that move done in the first sector. But yeah, you still be careful of the repasses here. I think Richard Capo, though, hasn't got too much to show for it now. He will continue going and trying his best, but I don't think it's going to be working too much for him later down the lap. Anyway, right now we're still seeing this battle for P3. Pablos doing amazingly here. Missed out on the podium, actually, last time out in Silverstone, only by a few tenths. Technical penalty completely cost him there to Blackbone, who's having a bit of a whatever race at the minute. I mean, he's back past G. Benny, who I believe was one of the drivers also be involved in that first lap incident between, I think, Blackbone, Hazard, Kadom actually spun on his own. But anyway, this is interesting here. Rio Harris deciding he can't really do anything about this DRS straight. Comes in early, so I think he's going to be on a 2-stop unless he can manage his hards well enough. Pablos wants to get place his car well, making it on the middle and just making sure Pius got nowhere to go. Send is too risky. It's that first turn if you're worried about losing that front wing. Let's see, is anything else going to happen here? Budget Bruce under Fred Meyer Henson still. Let's see if anything's going to happen down towards turn 3. I think he's just a little bit too far back there. Not many people can really get the exit they want out of turn 2. It's very hard. Not out of turn 2, sorry, out of turn 3. Yeah, it's very difficult to actually make it work. Because you want to put an idea as soon as possible. You want that free lap time down the straight, but you can't put it on too early. Your tyres are likely shot. You're going to have to be careful of how much the rear spin up, and if you lose some rear downforce, it's going to be hard to light those rear tyres up and not spin. So, yeah, pretty difficult, but we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen actually up the top of the field as well. As while I was talking about Rio Harris boxing, and also thinking, oh yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be watching these guys for a bit. It's pretty interesting here. Baloo, if either of these guys swing a 2-stop here, Baloo could definitely try and pull the plug for an undercut here. Pablos and Paez, they're going to do the same here, trying to cover off what Rio Harris is doing in a minute. But right now, they'll be very close touching here with G. Benny, unless he pits. Let's have a look. Pablos and Paez probably putting on a set of hard tyres, I assume. Rio Harris must have. Yes, he has. Paez puts on a set of hards. We're going to see Pablos also putting a set of hards on. We're actually going to look at it in comparison to G. Benny here, because if they're actually out behind him, it's going to be bad, actually, for all three of them. Rio Harris has got the jump on the pair of them here. So he's definitely going to be up into a net P3. But right now, they are going to have to struggle behind G. Benny for a lap. Unless Rio Harris can make the move immediately, it's going to be hard for everybody here to do it. Hazard also in the pit lane, onto a set of hard tyres. Obviously, rolled out lap 1, so unfortunately for him, he's not going to go too far in this race, unless there's going to be some sort of safety car. And let's see now anyway, though. Exotic Swords and Aiden very close together. Let's see this. Thought they were actually going to make a move there, Exotic Swords, but no. He gets a penalty as well during that section of corners. G. Benny has to cut the corner there. Very, very dicey. Does Rio Harris have any damage? I don't know. I think he's all okay on that front wing, but that was very close between him and G. Benny. And now Pablos has caught him at the wrong time here. He's getting a lot of dirty air, and he's losing out here to Rio Harris. He's got to make the move as soon as he can. G. Benny trying to put up the good fight, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. He might actually go on a one-stop strategy with the way he's fighting, so he might as well try and go for it. Piers also makes a move now immediately as our Henson got past Budget Bruce. Into the last corner of all things here, Exotic Swords doing the same thing. What is going on here? I don't know. But this is really interesting stuff here. This might be free wide into the first so let's see it now. Exotic Swords on the inside. He's going to try and claim the apex there. It's going to be close contact. It is contact. Our Henson is spun round. That might be a little bit of wording between the pair of them there. We'll have to wait and see after the race. But yeah, unfortunately for him, Exotic Swords trying to dive down the inside, claim that space. It's gone wrong for him. And yeah, our Henson's been spun round. So definitely something that will be reported by the end of this race, I believe. Anyway, Muchikapo and Kano actually fighting for the last point in a minute. Not actually looking too bad here. Like, obviously, these fights are from as good a positions. Abdul retires on the track. There might be a little bit of contact there between Kano and Muchikapo, but I think they're all okay in a minute. But yeah, Abdul, unfortunately for him, has retired, and he's our first retiree of this race. Let's see now what these guys are going to do up ahead. Will Rose pull the pin and box? No. I think right now these guys are going to go for one stops, him and Baloo. Baloo sees to time it that one lap early, try and get that undercut going and see if he can do it. Let's see this. So look at this. Rhea Harris and Blackbone side by side here. Look for him behind Pablos here now, and that is a nice move there from Rhea Harris. He's going to try and go Budget Bruce and try and see if we can get on him now. Let's see. Onto the outside. Budget Bruce coming to pit lane. He is going to pit lane, so no true worries there for Rhea Harris now. His worries are going to be here up the front. Exotic Swords and Aiden probably be still fighting for their own positions here. But let's see now. Anything else can happen. Down towards the first third. Henson continues to carry on, actually. Obviously, probably wants to still go on that one spot for that spin. So, yeah, definitely trying to just carry on. See if we can get any more time gained on these guys up ahead. Budget Bruce thinks it feels like right now. Kano, I believe. Yeah, we're very close to the pair of them. Kano has got no battery left. I think he knew. Trying to just go for a move here could have worked, but no, he can't be able to get it. Unfortunately for him, no, he's on 11 lap old tyres, actually. Is he part of the... Oh, no, he swam by himself, didn't he? Ignore me. I was thinking that he was actually part of some things there, but no. Anyway, Rhea Harris, look at this kerfuffle going on here. This is amazing to see, because Rhea Harris, Pablos, and Piers, they're testing under pressure here. Look at this train of cars. They're going to make sure to pick these moves and pick them smartly, because otherwise these going to be damaged here. Rhea Harris has been wide. Let's see Pablos now on the inside. So we're close between the pair of them. They can't make contact with each other, because otherwise that's going to be very rude there from Pablos. Force him on a tiny bit off the track, but it's all good at the minute. Rhea Harris will try and do the favour here as well. Let's see it. Nothing's going to happen. The guy's head still do not box, so he's going to be very tight down towards his first turn. Piers trying to go for a move as well. And let's see now. Aiden got no grip. Pablos is past. Rhea Harris is going to be past. But Exotic Swords are still going to hold the line. Let's see Rhea Harris trying to go into turn one. Trying to just get ahead there. Pablos also gets ahead of Exotic Swords. This is insane stuff. A little bit of will to contact there as well. Piers gets ahead of Aiden. Let's see now. Rhea Harris trying to get past Exotic Swords. Around the outside. He's able to do it. He's on the fighting grip. He also loses the back end a little bit. Piers out on his outside. That door's going to get shut really quickly. And Piers has to back out of it. That was a great bit of racing through Sector 3 to the end of Sector 1 there. Brilliant stuff. And it probably isn't even over here. Rhea Harris, Piers, they still need to make the work done. Or Exotic Swords here. Rhea Harris can try his best down the inside. Into the chicane. Gets it half crossed up. And Exotic Swords has cut the chicane there. Yeah, crazy stuff. My throat is actually going here. But yeah, Pablos cleared him when he had to. And he's done it amazingly there. 2 seconds down the gap between him and Exotic Swords. They're all pushing each other through this end of Sector 2. Let's see, Rhea Harris, he's got to make the move here, surely. He goes late. He's going to flip the wheel. He's going to try his best to get it stopped. Exotic Swords on the outside. There's contact between the pair of them. Exotic around the outside again. I don't know if this is forcing a fight just for the sake of it now, but this is brilliant stuff. Exotic Swords and Piers on the grass is insane. I don't know what's going on, but Exotic Swords, I don't think he cares anymore. He's got to just think about that one-stop strategy he's doing. And he's doing his best to hold everybody he can. And Piers, I think he's going to be able to maybe clear Exotic Swords. He does finally clear Exotic Swords there. That was intense racing for all the drivers involved. But they've all somehow come unscathed and all that. I don't know what was going on when it was all just a massive train. But yeah, the difference between the 1 and the 2 stop there. Crazy stuff. In all honesty, and right now, yeah, some people out here haven't even boxed their extra stop yet, so maybe we'll see Pablos, Rhea Harris, Piers. Will we fight maybe with Rose and Baloo? We don't know yet. Let's just wait and see, but surely Baloo thinks about a box soon. He's got to try and do some sort of undercut on Rosie up ahead. And if the hard sides are anything to go by here, they've got to be wearing out less than these mediums. He's got to try something here. Otherwise, it's a nailed on P2, which I think actually might not be a nailed on P2, depends. But yeah, here we go. It's like he's heard me, but that's a bit wide into the pit lane there. That was very close to actually decking it in the wall. But no, he's all okay. He's slowed down in time. He does slow down in time. Baloo into the pit lane. But in all fairness, actually, I was going to say might need to try and pull an undercut. It's going to be a bit tight here, actually, with where he can find a gap. Because obviously those sides will be a lot quicker than anybody else around him, especially those that haven't done a stop yet. So he's got to realistically feed out to this gap ahead of Exotic Swords to see he's going to be able to do it. He's obviously behind the guys who already stopped. He needs to make sure he's ahead of Exotic Swords by the end of turn 3, and I think he will be. He just needs to make sure he warms up those hard tyres, and he's got to be going to the end on them. 20 laps of cars, got to be achievable now. Now he has to do the out lap of his life. At least try something up in front. We actually see Pyres there pressuring Rio Harris a little bit there. I didn't really see that one too much. But yeah, also most of these people here, Aiden, Blackbone, R. Henson, G. Benny, has actually making a few moves there too. But all those guys, Caleb as well, all going for that one-stop strategy, all being on the same lap as Baloo here. So, yeah, definitely think the one-stop is the preferred strategy. Some people may be trying the 2 here, or maybe just trying to really stretch those hard tyres. I do not know. But it's interesting to see maybe a slight split in strategies for now. Rose decides, you know what, I'll carry on another lap. He thinks he's safe for this one-lap undercut. Let's have to wait and see, though. Because obviously he'll get a bit of extra tyre wear by the end of this race, Baloo. But surely he's got the overarching pace. As long as he can clear Rhea Harris and Pyres, surely he's got the pace to get past him. Let's have a look. Rhea Harris, though, does go a bit wide. Compromises Pyres' line a little bit. I don't think he really expected that one. Let's see now. Baloo, he's got to do something here. Down this stretch, Jeremy South losing out to Pablos there as he hasn't stopped yet. Pyres really deep on the brakes there. It's so on, trying to find any sort of move. He's got to be careful now. Rhea Harris also be careful because Pyres is having a better exit around him. Let's see now. On the inside of Pyres, he backs out. Baloo right around the outside of him. Brilliant opportunist move there. And now Rhea Harris, he's got to maybe try and keep Baloo behind for a little bit longer if he can. Let's see it now. He just is keeping him behind in a minute. But I think he also might need to be wary of how much he fights him. And there we go. Baloo on the inside, tries to take chances. And it's very close to impairing him. It's going to be hurting his tyres. It's going to be hurting the amount of time that he's gaining in towards Rose here. That's very close to a big incident there for Baloo going across the chicane bits. And let's see now. He's got to be trying to make this move down the straight. Surely he can't leave it until now because there'll be an immediate overtake here. Back again from Rhea Harris. I'll have to wait and see. Rose now though calls the shots. He is in the pit lane now. Highest penalty here actually, 4 months of warnings. Just caught that one getting applied to his final time. Rhea Harris actually maybe backing him up a little bit here. Probably trying to help Pyres sort of make a move on him, but obviously trying to make sure he's protected a little bit. Rhea Harris giving the Schumacher squeeze right here to Baloo. Look at it here, right in the pit lane. He's going to back up the inside here. It's incredibly close, but he just manages to avoid contact there. Baloo later on the brakes, and it's compromised his line now, Rhea Harris. Let's see what Pyres can do here. He's got to be deep on the brakes. Surely here, Rhea Harris too. He's got to yield. Surely Pyres, he does. Only just though. Mucha Capo and Budget Bruce, both of them are still fighting down the rest of the field there, but that was on the limit by miles there from Rhea Harris, and there we go. A little bit over the limit there by the end of things. He's picked up his penalty, but interestingly enough now, there's 2 cars between Rose and Baloo, and with the amount that Rhea Harris and Pyres are fighting, obviously with that 2-stop, I think we're going to be seeing a little bit more fight left in these guys, especially trying to hold this man back right here. Baloo, your net leader of the race. Let's perhaps someone take those hard tyres to the end. However, I think he'll be definitely getting caught just that bit quicker than everybody else in this race. Let's see now, though. Rhea Harris and Pyres. I mean, what they try to do here, obviously Rose is sort of in their fight as well. They've been right up, right next to him. And if they do actually want to take these hard ties to the end, they've got to try and work together here, defend as a team. That was actually a lovely move actually there from Baloo. He got Browniak's side the final turn. Incredible stuff. But Rose now, I think he's going to get one done here already. Paez looks like he's not defending that one too much. Rita Harris defending into turn one though. Nicely placing his car here. No one can really make a move. But on the exit here, I think Rose is going to have one of the two drivers here. Yeah, Paez. Not a great exit there. He might have two here though. As Rita Harris locks up a lot there. Rose just able to take the move so far. And it's going to be hurting him. It's going to be hurting him a lot. And I think he knows it, Rose. He's got to try and make the move somewhere, but he can't do it. I think Rhea Harris, I mean, he might also know it as well. He might just not want him to win. Who knows? Anyway, yellow flag out there. I think that's Mucho Capo. He has span and he is off the track. He's got a bit of wing damage too. He is definitely going to have to pit again unless he wants to be in a world of pain. Would he have time he might be losing? Someone who is also probably a bit of a world of pain in a minute. Jerry Saf on that one stop, the only driver not to a pit yet. Yo, very wide actually. Pilots in the background. Only just saw that one. But yeah, Jerry Saf giving a lot of pain here. I honestly would suggest for him just to wave these guys out of the way. I don't know if he's going to be planning to box a stop or something, but he's got to be trying to at least be careful with these guys. He can't be getting involved in too much of a fight here. Let's see. Will he come into the pit lane? No. He's just got to be careful. He's got to just pretty much just let them go and do their own fighting. He can't really be involved while going like 3-1 into turn one. But let's see it anyway. Rose trying to make the move here. Jeremy South, 1-2. He's probably going to be 3 cars past. Let's see now with Rose. He's going back to the racing line there. Pies is close to Jeremy South. He's going to get the exit he wants to Rose. It's going to be close towards the rest of this turn. Let's see it now towards turn 3. Rhea Harris trying to force him as far outside as he can. He only just gives him enough room there. Rose back on the inside though. Rhea Harris is still trying to be in there though. He's going to be brave to keep on the inside. He is going to keep on the inside. It's contact. And that was inevitable. As soon as Rhea Harris thought he was going to keep on the inside there, that was going to happen. Rose finally unleashed from Piers and Rhea Harris's defence. And there we go. Rhea Harris down to P6 there. It's cost him in this race, but it might have cost Rose more. We do not know just yet. But Baloo right now, considering his pace that he had, he is going to be on track for a very, very exciting win if it happens. Pablos ahead. Must be trying to help him here a little bit as well. Definitely giving that little bit of DRS, surely. Going across here, yeah. And it probably will make it pretty easy for him. Just get past, gets a nice toe, and there we go, Pies on the inside, Jeremy Sapp as well. I've been watching the front for quite a long time, but it's been pretty warranted, and there we go, look, Pablos playing the team game, lets off, and there we go, Baloo out in front, and surely Pablos will also play a team game for Baloo. Once Rose comes knocking, he'll probably leave his tyres up to that point, and that'll be it. That's what Pablos is going to do. He'll do that, then box, and I will not be surprised in the slightest here. He just has to manage his tyres and manage his ERS at the minute, and that is what he's exactly doing. Let's see now, though, down further in this field, we're seeing people having some great races in a minute. Aiden coming back up into P7 right now. Budget Bruce still holding a great race, even after his stop. I think that's a box again in this race, yes. Aiden will probably not. Blackbird will probably not as well. But Budget Bruce, I don't think the two tops really welcome today. He's not really found much pace, and now he's getting really pressured here by the Red Bull Blackbone. Black gets a bit of dirty air. Tries to make a move here, but he's not going to make it work now, and he's going to have to suck behind Budget Bruce here at minimum until turn 8, unless he's got to be very bold for that one. Let's have a look. Blackbone, he's not going to be able to do it in turn 8. It'll probably be by the start sector 3 or on to the next lap. I'll have to wait and see, though. It's very close with him, Budget Bruce. Budget Bruce obviously still trying to put up the fight. He doesn't want to lose these positions, and he doesn't want to lose it without a fight anyway. He's on that 2-stop. He wants to try and go and fight these guys. They are on the sit. This can be very careful for Blackbone there. Very, very careful. But no, he is through now, Blackbone, and he is up into P8 there. It's Rhea Harris into the pit lane, finding no grip on them hard tyres anymore, and he's going to come in. Right now, yeah, Rose actually, I think, is eating a lot of time into Baloo and his lead. And obviously eating a lot of time to Pablos as well. But yeah, I think Pablos' job here will be the defence on Rose. He's got to try and do as much as he can to make sure his teammate can get that win. Because obviously, Rose, he's got to do his best to make sure that he's get past cleanly. That's the main thing. He was just really caught up between the pair of Piers and Rhea Harris. Unfortunately for them, just didn't work out from when he was trying to make the moves. But yeah, Rose now needs to be careful, needs to be decisive, but he just needs to get no damage. That is the best thing he can do for this race. Let's see it now. He won't make a move here, going towards the first sector. That's a bit of a lock-up there from Pavlos. Slows him up that little bit more, but that's the thing. Pavlos really actually sort of wants to be doing these mistakes, as long as he can just sort of keep him behind anyway. He would have closed up to this gap. He would have closed up to this gap too. He's going to get a bit of dirty air here through this final corner, Rose, but importantly, he has the DRS, he has the battery. Let's see it now. Pavlos pulling him to the inside wall, but nothing he can do. Pavlos will try a send here. He's going to fake one, but it's not going to work for him. Yeah, Pavlos really struggling to fight the car now. And there we go. Rose, he's got 3.5 seconds to catch here by the end of this race. Can he do it? He's got 13 laps to do so. President says, yes, he can. However, I was going to say he was going to be easily winning this race by losing the net lead by 3.5 seconds. Nothing's really promising this one. But yeah, right now, though, Jimmy Saf, the last person to come into the pit lane here, is off those hard tyres now, and he's on a set of mediums. He's going to be so thankful for that, I feel like, now. And there we go, yeah, Jeremy Saf comes up behind Henson, but he's going to have a lot of catching up to do and a lot of moves to make. But yeah, first one's going to be starting with Ferrari, who does have to wait probably until the next lap, though, knowing this game. So unfortunately, that is yeah, what's going to have to happen. But anyway, Hazard is into pit lane as well, down the lower end of the field there, past Robbie Chicapo. Don't know what this is, by the way. I mean, I did see this. I'm not too sure. Yellow flag, though, actually. What was that? Was that Paez, actually? It is Paez. Look at the wing. He's actually managed to spin it there. He's lost it, probably, coming out of the final corner of Sector 2. He's got a lot of wing damage on that car. He's got to repair it. And Aiden now, he's got a chance to P4 here. Pretty interestingly enough as well. I don't even know how he's actually managed to do that. And Blackbone too. He's also caught back up to Aiden as well. I think the best that he can hope for here maybe is a P4 here, Blackbone. Maybe even P3, depending on what Pablo does. Paez, though, understandably frustrated with that mistake. Leads session there. McLaren, 0 points for this race. Blackbone, though, still sits behind Aiden for the minute. Definitely needs to try and recharge with that battery. Aiden does too, though. And while all that's happening, Rose Baloo, the gap is just getting smaller. Rose, he's going to be on this one stop to the end. Baloo, also on the one stop to the end. Both of them have to be. But you can tell the one who was a quicker lines, a quicker entries, quicker exits, quicker pace at the minute. It's the man in the Mercedes. And right now, Baloo is actually catching up to, what I can say, I was going to say traffic, but I mean, I don't even know what this is. It's Exotic Swords on intermediate tyres, where the track is, well, I mean, look at it, the track is completely dry. This is technically no dirty air given, because obviously he is ghosted, but right now that's probably been a bit of an issue for him, as Baloo there gets past, actually gets DRS there off of the Aston Mine, so he does at least get a little bit of help from the man on the Inters, and yeah, Baloo there is going to keep going with that DRS, and right now it's only 1.2, but it's a bit risky here, and I want to see here Baloo doing his best to try and keep this win, because obviously once Rose comes knocking, he's got to do the defence that he wants, the defence that he has to do to try and keep this win. But yeah, right now though, Aiden and Blackburn, they were fighting, but Blackburn, well deep into that corner it looked like. He couldn't get the power either in turn two. What I'd assume now is he's trying to probably switch back to the racing line, fought the grass a little bit on the outside of turn one. Definitely got a little bit wide there, I think. That's what's happened to him. Or he might just miss such a braking, I don't know. It definitely looked like he was very close, and all of a sudden, miles deep into the corner. And right now, though, Ria Harris is catching him as well. But let's actually have a look at the penalties, because it doesn't actually tell me when we will get more penalties. That's a big issue with it. So obviously, these guys have 3-second penalties, and I'd actually know that from their penalty icon. But then I don't know if Ria Harris had 9 seconds penalties, 15 seconds of penalties. You could have spent the pit lane, I wouldn't even know. But yeah, anyway, Ria Harris is doing all right in a minute. But right now, we're going to probably cut to the gap out in front. It is just a few tenths now. And Rose, he has a DRS. He's got the fresher tyres. He's got probably the quicker pace here. He's using all the battery that he can, because he knows he can definitely claw back some of that battery that he uses. But yeah, I think there's going to be a bit of a defensive job here from the V car. But right now, we're going to not look at that one. We're going to quickly go back to Blackbone, Aiden, and Rhea Harris. Rhea Harris, obviously, on the fresh tyres, thinks about send. Blackbone scared a bit into that one there, I think. Definitely did not need that one. And yeah, there we go. Right back past him. Rhea Harris goes. I think that was a little bit too cautious there from Blackbone. Definitely did not warrant that one at all. But yeah, meanwhile, Exotic Swords, I think he's just being a joke at this point. I don't know what is going on here, but he is on full wet tyres. I just for the love of the game at this point. But anyway, we still see some fighting out here. Budget Bruce trying to move past with Jacapo on that two-stop, and he's going to get it through into P10 there. Actually, once again, decent race, Budget Bruce too. Even if nothing else really happens to him, he's up 4 places. He's done well, and I think he might be able to catch G Benny in this race too. G Benny will be definitely struggling on the hard tyres come the end of the race. Right now, though, we can't really focus on that one. We've got to focus on the battle for the lead, and it's very tight between the pair of them. Rose, Baloo on the inside. Rose's got to have that cover one, though, and he does. Baloo, with the mistake of going deep, has allowed Rose to sweep through and take the lead back again. Baloo trying to find any different line that he can, but he thinks it's all over now. Rose is back up into the lead. Inevitable, really. As soon as you saw a gap coming down a lot, it was going to happen. And anyway, now Pablos trying to go for another stop actually in this race. Obviously, we're struggling with the hard tyres. Rhea Harris called the shots early, and he actually has managed to get back up into P3. So, yeah, he's really not done too bad. Actually, that is an insane gap out front. Hold on. 25 seconds. When did that appear? Oh my god. Okay, I have no idea when that even appeared there, but no, 25 seconds. The gap out in front. Rose and Baloo obviously right next to each other still, but that's insane stuff there. Rhea Harris obviously going to be gaining some time back on that two-stop, but wow. Yeah, these two pretty much had another lead today from what I've been seeing. And yeah, right now, looks to be pretty good for Baloo. Going to be taking that P2 spot anyway. But it's not been the win that he wanted, and you can tell he wanted that one as well. Really trying to be late on the brakes into the first turn. Just couldn't do it though, unfortunately. And I think he'll be able to stay in P2 here. Rose looks like he's going to take his 4th win in a row. And I mean, there's something more I can really say about that one. Just crazy stuff. And right now, though, Pablos trying his best to get up into P4 now on that two-stop as well. He'll be chasing down Rhea Harris on them hard tyres. And there we go, Pablos back up into P4. He's going to try and get P3, though, off that Rhea Harris there. The way he's been fighting recently, it's going to be tough. And hold on a minute, I'm still trying to have a look at this one. I'm still looking at Exotic Swords, guys, don't worry. The gaps, he's been lapped, or he's about to be lapped, surely. Surely he's been lapped already. I don't know if he has. Surely he's been lapped. He's done intermediates and wets on his stints, for God's sake. But anyway, we're seeing a bit more fighting going on the rest of the field anyway. Hazard and Muchacapo, though, these are going to start fighting here. Hazard on the outside, Muchacapo breaks a bit late there, actually, trying to go back on the inside. Let's see now. Hazard goes a little bit deep there, actually, on the curb. He's had the grip by the end of the day, though. Yeah, no, there you go. Hazard up into P11. He might try and chase that Budget Bruce, but Budget Bruce is rapidly chasing down G Benny too. So I have to wait and see how that one goes. Anyway, Baloo, unfortunately for him, out of DRS now of Rose. Unless it's a mistake for the car out in front, I think that is game over for the top 2. But anyway, it's not game over for the top 3. Let's see now. Pablos and Rhea Harris. See how quickly they go and fight each other. Pablos almost looks like he's losing the car there into the first turn. Rhea Harris going to park it, surely. On the inside, he tries his best. He's not going to have the grit to do so. Pablos, wheel bang between the pair of them. There's going to be a send, surely, Rhea Harris here up the inside. Once again, it's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Pablos just makes it through. Brilliant move once again. Obviously got a bit of a tyre offset there. But no, actually, never mind. Rhea Harris coming back at him into the outside turn. Rhea Harris miles up the track. That will definitely be disputed once again. But Pablos, once again, round the outside. He's finding the grip where no one else can. Rhea Harris, though, finding the confidence where no one else can to try and make these moves. But no, unfortunately him, he's going to stay down in P4. Unfortunately, Pablos, he's put up a fight, and he's put one hell of a fight. Same with Rhea Harris, but yeah, the man on the quicker tyres will prevail most of the time, and it's shown there. Pablos up into P3, and a pretty well-deserved P3 here, because right now, yeah, they're 2.5 seconds clear. I'm pretty sure these two here will clear that free barrier that they do have with each other. And yeah, Aiden and Blackbone doing some good stuff here too. Looks like they're going to lock down P5 and P6, but Jerry Saf, he's closing them. He's closing down pretty rapidly. The only good help that they're having at the minute is to DRS off each other, but they can't keep fighting this way. Look, Aiden and Blackbone, they've really got to start working together here for these next few laps. Just make sure you're passing and repassing when you want to. Make sure you save battery when you need to. Aiden, he's got very minimal battery left. Blackbone is the one, really, who's able to probably defend for Jerry Sapp, but as soon as that happens, it's over for Aiden. Jerry Sapp must be able to get past once again, if that's going to be the case. But, yeah, guys going to work together, or maybe Jerry Sapp's tyres are going to start falling off. I don't know. But we just have to wait and see in those few laps that we've got now to the end of the race. And, yeah, all I can really say is just a brilliant jump to Baloo, actually, out in front. He's done incredible. I mean, I expect this of Rose, in all fairness. He literally is one of the last 3 races I expected. But Baloo has done an incredible job. Obviously, he's been helped by all the fighting that's been going on this race. It's pretty clear. Pablos actually leave us... Oh, Pablos leave session. Actually getting back in. Hold on a minute. Pablos actually on course to a podium here. It looks like he's not here. This is a big worry, actually. Trying to think of what his EA was. I'm trying to think of what it is. I'm very sorry that I'm missing some of the racing here. I'm trying to think of what his... Oh, God, I'm trying to think. I remember inviting it, but I can't remember it fully. Lee Paul, I believe. If it's not, then I've just invited some random in. But anyway, yeah, looks like Rhea Harris. He's going to take it back here. Pablos, his AI, has decided, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to do anything else. He's going to be ghosting here. And, well, it gives us another chance for a bit of a fight, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's have to wait and see. And right now, though, Aiden and Blackburn, they're still fighting in a minute. Aiden's still ahead. Jerry South clawing away a little bit at a time, so I don't know if it'll be enough by the time we get to the end of this race. I'm still going to try and invite Pablos again, just to make sure that he's got it. But, yeah, I believe it's that Lee Paul account, so, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if he's going to join back. We'll give him one more invite. If he can't join, unfortunately, he doesn't be able to join again. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But Pablo, so far, I think all he's done is nothing but a great race. So, yeah, let's have to wait and see now. Bria Harris streaking away, actually, quite a bit from the AI Pablos. And he's actually going to invite these guys back into it. If they can try and get a few tenths up Pablos' pace each lap, if he doesn't join back, then they've got a chance. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. This is the most ridiculous strategy I've ever seen from an AI driver for ages. Why are they pitting him? Why are they pitting him? Why are they pitting him back onto his used tires? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He has had 5 lap old mediums on that could definitely go to the race. And they pit him onto his 16 lap old hards. I actually can't believe it. What have I just looked at? It's going to give him a free place for Henson as well. It's going to give a free place for everybody. Pablos will be able to compete on those hard tyres. He might be able to get back past our Henson. He keeps going. But I can't believe it. Why do they do that? I don't know, but Budget Bruce. Oh, Budget Bruce as well. Unfortunately for him, yeah, he's got wing damage as well. Dropped the car, and his good race has become undone. Hazard now is the one to go past him. He's got that penalty. I think that'll be pretty easily usurped though there by Hazard there. Look at the damage he's got. Budget Bruce. Unfortunately for him, he can hardly turn the car. I think he'll definitely... I need to pit someone to stay out till the end of this race. I can't believe this though. Like, if the AI finished like P7, he'd be alright with that, but the fact it's pit, oh my God, it's awful. Anyway though, Aiden and Blackbone still fighting it out a minute. Blackbone really needs to try and make a move here. He's not finding anything in this dirty air. And he needs to sort of just think of a scent. Think of anything he can try and do. If there's anything that can do it that way, he's got to just got to try it. It's all he's got to do, just got to try it. And if he does that, then, well, he might get the move, he might not get the move, but it's better than just sitting back here especially while Jeremy Saff, he's caught 2 seconds now. He's on the move and is pressuring these two. He's got to start making that move soon. He's got the battery to make the move. He's got the tyres to make the move. They're on the same amount of laps. So he's got to be doing something here. And he's got to be doing something to get this P4. You know why Jeremy Saff is closing in and will pass. It won't be a fact that he might pass. No, I think he will pass on the medium tyres. Because, yeah, they might be worn. These will be more worn. Guaranteed they'll be more worn. But, yeah, well, let's just wait and see now till the end of this race. Rose already starting up third last lap there. Baloo also won it as well. Pablos is going to come across the line. Rhea Harris, is going to come across the line in P3 to start the third last lap. But anyway, has Blackburn heard me up in the commentary? Let's have a look. Will he go and send one? We're having a look now. He sends one. Blackburn on the inside. He does his best. It's a bit of an argy-bargy, but I think he actually might be able to make it here. Gets it on the inside, on the outside now. Aiden's surely trying to make a bit of a move there as well. Gets a bit of contact on him. Blackburn slides. That's all completely undone the work that he just did. And now, yeah, well, he's still got a good amount of battery, Blackburn, but he's able to try and pull that move off again, and maybe a little bit less contact, because that was rough. And he's got a 3-second penalty, so he can't pull it off without getting dropped behind him again. My God, I was basically Blackburn's personal assistant for a lap there. These managed to still not do anything well. But, yeah, let's actually have a quick look at the penalties for some of these guys. Mainly Aiden, who has somehow got 4 warnings. Collisions, that'll be probably. Yeah, exceed track limits, probably collision next, surely. Wait, hold on a minute. Sorry. Collision Kadon, there we go. Sorry. But yeah, Aiden is still technically 1 warning away from a track limit violation. It's just the fact that they're both maybe going to lose that place, Jerry Saff. Blackburn, no. He's getting closer again. This is the problem. He had the move, he all set up, and just nearly not getting that penalty. He might try it again here, as Aiden is trying to weave about, trying to break any sort of move here. He's going to try on the outside now, this side, Blackburn. He's going to try and switch it back on the inside. He can't hang it around the outside. There's not really any room for him there. But no, he can't do it right now. And he's going to lose out P6 here. Jeremy Saff, once again, unless some crazy stuff happens. Anyway, though, actually, while I'm saying this, Rose is in sector 3, as a Baloo, and he's somebody just going to come out sector 1. I can't believe the gaps that we've got at the minute. Like, people at the top here need to start really challenging Rose, because I mean, obviously, we had a bit of it last race there at Silverstone. Very close actually between, I think, Rose and Rhea Harris, I believe. But no, someone needs to get ahead of him. Someone needs to win. It's already started the last lap of the race, and these guys, we got some people lapped, in fact. We actually might have some people lapped. Budget Bruce, downwards, have been lapped, I believe. Hazard's getting very close to getting lapped as well, so maybe we're going to see some things there. But anyway, let's look at this fight on the last lap. This will be the one we're looking at, and we're probably going to cut to Rose. Actually, no, he's just finished for 1. We'll have time, I believe. But yeah, anyway, let's see it now. The fight between Blackbone and Aiden. Let's have a look. They're still going to try it anyway, Blackbone. Let's have a look now. Down towards turn 1. He's using the battery. He's using the DRS. Let's see what he can do here. He's going to go for the move down the inside. Aiden does turn quite early, in all fairness. But I don't know. That's very tight. Aiden does get the place back, though. And actually, it might be an illegal overtake, actually, they've made. I don't know. He might have maybe took him off the track there. Blackburn actually lets him back pass. Probably doesn't think it was very fair that was a legal overtake for him. And yeah, there we go. Aiden back through with Jeremy Saff now. Very close to the pair of them. But right now, going to cut away from it because Rose, he's already round the final corner. And he's pulled 10 seconds to Baloo in the end. He's done everything he needs to do. He was held up, but it didn't stop him. Rose, 4 wins in a row now. He wins in Hungary. Baloo is going to come round for that P2 spot. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that regardless anyway. Yeah, very happy with that one. P2 in a home race. Rhea Harris was fighting Pablos for quite a bit with that podium spot, but unfortunately Pablos, his internet gave out or something, gave him all the invites he could have, but no, nothing else happened to him. Yellow flag, actually. Jeremy Saff, binned it, actually. I think Jeremy Saff has binned it. Yeah, he has. Oh my God. So Blackburn actually will keep P5, I believe. Yeah, Rhea Harris sliding across the line there. We just saw that one. But yeah, Blackburn, I think he might just keep P5 here. Aiden's going to come across the line in P4. Let's see, Blackburn just going to keep it. He actually might. Let's see. Jeremy Saff comes across the line. I think he's ruined it, you know. Yeah, he has. Jerry Saff, he's ruined on the last lap. So he's not yet P5. But I think he will also take a P6 there. Anyway, though, Henson, 20 lap on hards. G Betty, 20 lap on hards. Pablos, 20 lap on hards. All of them coming home for P. Oh, that went a bit too early. That's a bit too early. He's getting close. Henson almost ruining the card too early there. Is G Penny also got a puncture? It looks to be going very slowly. Although he has got low fuel, actually. I'm seeing the fuel light blinking. But no, G Penny in P8, Pablos in P9, Has in P10. That was very close to our heads, in all fairness. I really thought he might have been overtaken by someone there, or maybe with a tyre off at worst. But wow. A great race at some parts, but other parts, a little bit of ball fest, unfortunately. I'm very glad some people are making some load of moves, though. Like, that is all I can ask for with all this stuff. But unfortunately, same result out in front there. Rose wins again in season 13. It is his fourth win in a row. It's his fourth pole in a row. And it's just some mental stuff here from Rose. He has done everything right today. And he's going to keep going with it, surely, once he goes to the rest of it. Fast lap goes to Ria Harris, Charlotte goes to Aiden, apparently, and Budget Bruce with the most overtakes. He did pretty well, actually, this race. Other than that wing damage issue there that he had, he did pretty well. Rose, though, does take the win once again here. Baloo led for a bit, but unfortunately has to take runner-up spot, but I'm sure we'll be happy with that one. Ria Harris finds the podium there, and Aiden in P4. Blackburn just held his P5 at the end after Jeremy Saff ruined it, but still P6 for him. It could have been worse. Enzo could be worse on there as well across the line, but he's a P7. G. Benny in P8, Pavlos in P9, Hazard rounds out on top 10. Mucha Kappa P11, Budget Bruce P12, Kane on P13, Exotic Swords in P14, and our DNS Paez and Abdu at the end of it, P15 and P16. No points for them. So then, we are about to enter the middle part of this season, and I think this is where, even though there's a bit of domination at the front, we can all sort of agree with that one. Rose is miles clear. These are some saucy ones. Jeddah, Losail, Austria Reverse. Those are our next 3 weeks that are coming up. And then after that, we have Baku for good measure. That's just what we're going to have. We're going to take it out of the way with Zambor Suzuka for the last 2 races, but I am so excited for Jeddah and for Baku, especially. Could catch out anybody either of those races. So hopefully, you'll be able to join me then. And yeah, let's actually see if we can double check the standings now. At least provisional standings, obviously. Let's see it now. Anyway, we'll go for the Constructors first. Racing Bulls continue to lead the Constructors' Championship at 113 points. Mercedes P2 on 106 now. They overtake Sauber for second, as Sauber dropped to third on 101. Ferrari, Red Bull, Haas, Red Bull and Haas actually all say the same. Ferrari 85 points, Red Bull 68, Haas 48. Alpine move on 2 spots there to P7. McLaren dropped 1, Williams dropped 1, and that's mine. Fortunately for them, still last. Rose now a race win clear of Ria Harris in the Drivers' Championship. 4 races, 4 wins for him. Blackbone still in P3 actually after a pretty decent race too. Baloo moves up 3 spots off that P2 to go up into P4. Pablos in P5. Aiden Harrison P6, Henson P7, Ferrari 6 and 7 in this championship, Wolfie P8, Bald P9 after missing this race, and Budget Bruce rounding out top 10 actually. So even with that wing damage, he's not done too bad in all fairness, Budget Bruce. So yeah, that's top 10 for the championship. That is the top 10 for the Constructors. And now, I think it's time to say goodbye. And I hope you actually join us next week. Anyway, I'm Miss Cookie. This has been BRL Season 13, Round 4 here in Hungary. I see you all later. Goodbye.